So now we are going to see question number 3A. Moon Limited has 3 production departments and 2 service departments. So the overhead distribution sheet of the company show the following. So they have given overheads for production department as well as service department. So this is basically the apportionment of overheads based on primary distribution summary. So we need to do secondary distribution. Working hours of production departments or A, B, C, they have given. So given that the 2 service departments cater to the needs of the 3 production departments as per the following schedule in percentage. So whenever they are giving this percentage, we need to calculate the sum, whether it is meeting 200 or not. We need to do a cross check. So if I'm calculating 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus 10, it is 100% only. So same way for Y, it is 100% only. So if department X, if I am considering department X, X is rendering service to Y, and in the same way Y is rendering service to X. So each service department is rendering services to another service department as well. So now we need to calculate overheads of production departments distributing the cost of service department by simultaneous equation method. For secondary distribution, we have so many methods, but in this particular question, they have mentioned particularly simultaneous equation method, and we need to calculate overhead rate per hour. So for that only they have given hours here. So for calculating simultaneous equation method, first we need to do formulate one equation, right? How we will be formulating for service department, we have to formulate, that is X is equal to, that is department X. So X is equal to how much I am having my overheads, 46,250 plus I'm having I'm going to get 10% from department Y, right? So this 10% I'm going to get from department Y, that is 0.1 Y. So if I am bringing X and Y together, X minus 0.1 Y is equal to 46,250. So let it be here. Then again I am going to formulate another equation for department Y. So that is Y is equal to 15,750. Already I am having overheads. Plus I will be getting 10% share from X, that is 0.1 X. Again I am bringing this X here plus Y is equal to 15,750. So I want to cancel either X or Y. So whatever I can do, if I am multiplying this entire equation with 10, that is 0.1x into 10 minus 1x plus 10y is equal to 15,750. So 1,57,500 I will be getting. So this will be one equation and this will be second equation. So I want to solve the both equations. So x minus 0.1y is equal to 46,250 minus 1x plus 10y is equal to 1,57,500. So minus x and plus x will be cancelled. So 9.9y is equal. So if I am adding this 1,57,500 plus 46,250, I will be getting 2,03,750. So y is equal to 2,03,750 divided by 9.9. So I will be getting y as 2581. So I am substituting, I'm going to substitute this y is equal to 2581 in either of the equation. If I am substituting in the first equation, that is x is equal to 46,450 plus 0.1 y. If I am substituting in this equation, I will be getting 46,250 into 0.1 into 2581. So I will be getting x is equal to into 0.1. So 2058 plus 46,250. So I will be getting 48,308. X as 48,308. So now I have calculated what is my total expenditure of X and what is the total overhead of Y. So now I can prepare the tabular column easily. So now we are going to calculate. So calculation of total overheads of production departments. Now so particulars A, B, C, and we have service department X and Y. So overheads we already have in the question, that is 3,02,000, 2,88,000. So 3,02,000, 2,88,000, 386, and we have calculated 46,250 and 15,750. 386. So whatever in the question they have mentioned, I am writing it down. So for X I have already calculated. So cost of X, I am apportioning it whatever which we calculated, it is we have calculated 48,308, right? So that in the percentage they have mentioned in the question. So in question they have mentioned so for 20, 30, 40, right? So 48,308 into 20 percentage, 48,308 into 30 percentage, 48,308 into 40 percentage, and for Y it is 10 percentage. So in the same way I want to calculate for Y as well. So cost of Y. So cost of Y have calculated 2581. So here I will be putting 2581 in minus. So here for X it is 10% only, so 0.1. So for A it is 40 percentage. So for B it is 20 percentage, and for C it is 30 percentage. So they are going to get this overhead. So I want to add it this expense. So now the total overheads for production department will be around 3,19,894, and here 298,609. Here it is 411,497. Here it is a negligible amount only. So if I am calculating using calculator using exact figures, I will be getting 0 only. So now my first question is, we need to calculate total overhead of production department, that we have done using simultaneous method. Next question, we need to calculate overhead rate per hour. So we need to calculate rate per hour based on overhead hours, that is here working hours they have given. So working hours they have mentioned in the question 12,452, 8056, 8056 and 8132. So overhead rate per hour, that is overheads divided by working hours. So I will be getting 25.69. So here 37.07 and 50.06. This is my overhead rate per hour. So if I am missing to calculate this overhead rate per hour, obviously I will miss 1 marks. So the main marks will be awarded for first we will be getting mark for forming the equation and for calculating this overall overhead of x and overall overhead of y. If I am calculating using the simultaneous equation method, the total should be 0. If it is a decimal up to 1 or 2 rupees, it is fine. If I am not getting that, then my calculations is somewhere went wrong, so I need to check again. So based on simultaneous equation method only, I will be having 2 steps only. For repeated step distribution method only, we will be having so many steps. So we want to ensure that then for this calculation we will be having some marks. So after that, for 1 mark, overhead rate per hour. So remember to follow the steps and write down all the steps clearly so that we will be getting all the stepwise marks as well. So next, let's move on to next question. So pass the journal entries for the following transaction in a double entry cost accounting system. So this is from a module 4, that is integrated and non-integrated cost bookkeeping, right? So we need to give journal entries. So first, issue of material. So direct material we have, indirect material we have. So for issue of material, so this is based on double entry cost accounting system they have said. So for issue of material, for direct material, it goes to work in progress. So work in progress account, debtor. Then for indirect material, this is based on factory overhead control account. We will be using the term control account. Debtor, this is 5 lakhs, this is 2.5 lakhs. 2, from where I will be issuing a materials control account. So credit goes to material control account, 7.5 lakhs. So then I have allocation of wages and salaries. So for allocation of wages, that is direct. So again direct will goes to my work in progress. So work in progress account, debtor 3 lakhs. Indirect forms part of factory overheads control account, right? So factory overheads control account, debtor 50,000, that is 0.5. 2, wages control account, 3.5 lakhs. Then I have overheads. So for factory overheads, administrative overheads and selling and distribution overheads I am having. So for factory overheads, it forms part of work in progress. So work in progress control account, debit 2.8 lakhs. Then for administrative overheads, I will be using, we can use 2 steps or we can combine the journal entry. Either you have to mention factory overheads to cash, like that also you can do, or you can combine the entries as well. So for factory overheads, I am using the transfer entry itself. Straight away I am using work in progress to factory overheads control account, 2.8 lakhs. Then for administrative overheads, to administrative overheads control account, that is 1 lakh. Debit will be given to finished goods control account. So factory overheads will be transferred to work in progress. After whatever the expenses we are incurring after calculation of works cost, we will be transferring to finished goods control account only. That is 1 lakh. Then selling expenses. So selling expenses means we need to credit selling overheads control account. That is 50,000. So debit will be given to cost of sales. So you can easily remember this, 0.5. So for factory overheads, this will be debited to work in progress. For administrative, this will be debited to finished goods. For selling overheads, it will be debited to cost of sales account. So remember this procedure. So then we need to transfer this administration everything overheads to costing P&L. This over or absorption they have given, right, under or over absorbed overhead, so we need to transfer it to costing P&L. So if it is over absorbed, we need to give P&L account as credit. If it is under absorbed, that means we have recovered the overheads very less, so we need to charge this in P&L. So remember, if it is under absorbed, P&L account will be getting debited. If it is over P&L account, we need to give credit. So for this administrative under absorb, we need to debit P&L account 15,000. To administrative overhead control account. Then for factory overheads, I need to credit the P&L account. So debit should be given to factory overheads control account. So if it is overhead over absorbed, we need to credit the costing P&L account. Okay. So here also costing P&L account only. So 30,000. So that's it. So this is a very easy problem to score 7 marks.